Hey everybody, I'm Chef Jimmy and welcome to Chef Jimmy's Kitchen. Today we're going to make thin crust pizzas, very thin crust pizzas, with an ingredient you may not have thought of. Now let me see a show of hands out there who likes thin crust pizza. Whoa! Everybody does. The three of you that don't, we'll deal with you at another show. Anyway, let's get started. Let me tell you about the secret ingredient. For this crust we're going to use a flour tortilla. These are so easy to work with, they're absolutely delicious, and sometimes when you come home from work at night, you just don't have time to make your own crust. My son Benjamin and I, New Year's, made 25 of these, gone immediately. Okay, ready to get started? This is a 12-inch flour tortilla, 10-inch, whatever you like. Let me just talk about one thing for a moment, and that is a baking stone for your oven. There's a couple of different ways you can go. You can buy a baking stone. They'll probably cost full retail anywhere from about $35 to say $42, or you can go to your local tile store and you can get unglazed quarry tile. You can fit them together. 8-inch ones make a 16-inch square, and you can buy those for probably $4, $5, $6 total. Okay, let's get started. I make my own red sauce. Let me give you the recipe for this real quick because it's very easy to make. I saute a little bit of onion and garlic and a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I put in a 28-ounce can of Italian plum tomatoes, a 6-ounce can of tomato paste, a tablespoon of dried oregano, a teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of sugar, maybe 2 depending on the acidity of the tomatoes, a little bit of salt, and a few grindings of pepper. If you like it hot, you can put some red pepper flake in. Bring it to a boil, let it simmer for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're all done. And that's what I've done here. And now this is cold and has been in the refrigerator. I've taken it out and let it come to room temperature. So let's get started making a pizza. Now I'm going to make a mushroom pepperoni. Of course you can make any combination you want. One of the very fun combinations we made at the New Year's party was a roasted rosemary potato pizza, in which we cut potatoes into small dice, drizzled olive oil on them, fresh rosemary, baked them in the oven until they were done, and then cooled them, and that is always quite a big hit. Okay, we'll put our cheese on, much as you like. This is just mozzarella, but I'm going to add another cheese that I like, and that is a little bit of grated white cheddar. I really like this on pizza. You certainly do not have to do this. And if you wanted to, you could grate it ahead of time and mix it with the mozzarella. But I like the sharpness of the cheddar, so I like to do a little bit of that. Cut my mushroom up. Yeah, you're going to be quite surprised when you try these pizzas. They're very, very good. And we're just going to scatter these on here, not in any necessary order. We're just looking for something a little more rustic. I've got a couple pieces of pepperoni. Thought I had a couple more out here. Doesn't matter. We're going to put this in the oven for 5 minutes at 500 degrees. I've had this oven preheating for about 30 minutes. Now I don't know about you, but if I don't set a timer, I have burnt pizza. Okay, thin crust pizza. Now I took one out of the oven just a minute ago, so let me show you what they look like when they're done. This is a thin crust pizza, ultra thin crust. Now I like to finish it up this way. I'd like to take a little fresh Reggiano Parmesan, grate it over the top. I like to drizzle a little bit of my best olive oil, and if you like it spicy, I like a little red pepper flake. If you don't like this, it's no problem. Just going to put a few on the top. We'll cut this up, and here you have it. Very thin crust pepperoni mushroom pizza. Do the toppings any way you like. Let's take a bite together, should we? Boy, the crust is so good on those. Okay, very thin crust pizza. My name is Chef Jimmy. Thank you for joining me at Chef Jimmy's Kitchen. And remember, when you make it, the first ingredient is love.